Alright, what's up, Wolfpack? We got the first recorded exercise of the lift. I'm a little late into the entire just day in terms of how many exercises I've done. Like, I'm pretty sure I only got 4 left. Usually I kind of try to split it up where I have my workout like kind of in like a circuit where I do one exercise for each muscle group and then I do the other one and kind of do that. But all the exercises that I did are exercises that I just didn't really feel like recording. Like, I'm gonna be honest. In general, I wasn't even feeling like recording today. And even further, I wasn't even thinking about going to the gym today. I feel like I've kind of been out of it today. But I was like, I was thinking to myself before I got here, I was like, although it is only one day, like long term, I could be at a further point in the long run than if I skip the day. So I figured, why not? It's not like it's going to kill me, which, I guess in a sense I almost did kind of injure myself a little bit. I was going for an SLDLPR, although I'm like relatively recent to it, but I'll get into that after this warm-up set. And then I do have some other things to talk about. I don't know how good of points they're going to be, but we'll just see. Right now we got 80 pounds on the leg extension. As you guys know, this is usually my warm-up weight, so I'll just do however many I feel like, and then we'll get in the first working set. Okay. Overall, not bad. Move it up to 160. Or actually, that's way too low. Move it up to 220 for now. Just in case my calves are killing me like usual. But to get in depth on the SLDLPR, I wasn't really thinking. I threw 225 on for the first working set, which, like, if we're comparing it to last time I did it, which you guys saw, I think my top set was 235 when I did it last lower day. So I wasn't thinking too much, but I think I got to 275 and I couldn't even do a rep. And I was like, I could have probably, like, if I really pushed myself, I probably could have gotten that one, but it's just not worth it. So I maybe got like half a rep. So I wasn't super happy about that in terms of just my overall reps. But, not super, like, it's not going to affect me too much to where, like, my legs are going to be non-existent because I messed up one set. So, not super worried about it in that sense. But, yeah. Overall, workout has been good outside of that. Just kind of going through the motions at this point. But actually, one thing that's been really hard for me to adjust to from all the new muscle groups that I'm hitting, for example, glutes, abs, and shoulders, I don't really know where failure is. Like I do my ab work, and like I'm struggling to get the failure. And same with like I said, same with glutes and same with shoulders. Like, I guess on the shoulder press, it's pretty easy for me to, because at the end of the day, it's pretty much just like an incline bench, and I'm used to incline bench. But like my regular lateral raise, my calf raise, and the hip abductors, like, especially hip abductors, like, I have no clue. Actually, more especially like calf raises. Like, I have really no clue where failure is. But then again, although I rarely hit calves prior to this, my calves have always been like a really strong muscle of mine. Like I want to say after the first week of me starting to go to the gym, I can max out the calf machines at Planet Fitness, and same kind of goes here. I do like the standing calf raise, which I might film. I'm not sure yet, but the standing calf raise, like that one, I can max out and do however many reps. But like the sitting or the seated calf raise that I do on a leg press, like that, I haven't really tried maxing it out, I guess, because I don't even know how many plates that'd be. I want to say like 16 each side, and I doubt my calves could do that. But like those and my abs have always been like just really strong, even though they might not be like the biggest in terms of muscle size. And also kind of my glutes, but that's also probably just because of the hip abductors just relatively being light. Like every hip abductor and hip adductor I've used has been super light. So I mean, maybe it's just my muscles are absurdly strong there. But I've heard a lot of things saying that people think they're just light in general. So that's my guess. In terms of the bulk that I'm getting ready to go on, I think I'm gonna stick with that 160 grams of protein. I think that's a good range for me. And then honestly, I might play with the carbs a little bit, which could be good or bad for me in terms of me staying on the diet. Because if you guys know, as of right now, my diet is pretty heavy in carbs, although I don't track my calories and stuff. But I can tell you right now, it's heavy in carbs. Like, literally, my last meal before this was a bag of goldfish, an apple fritter, and a protein bar. A very, very, very good meal. But I'm honestly starting to think that this bulk might be harder than the cut. Because, I mean, as of recently, and when I mean recently, I mean like the past 3 days, I've been struggling to eat food. Like, I've never been the person to like not or like look disgusted at food, but every time I get like my cheeseburger, I can't even stand it. I I don't even know why. I'm not sure if it's like, I don't know, maybe I'm just eating too much in prior, and I'm like my meals are too close together, or I don't know, maybe I'm just not able to eat like I used to. Like I remember a year ago, I could eat a whole deep dish pizza from Little Caesars, and that would be fulfilling for like an hour. Like I was I was a fat ass back then. you know, I would eat that. I'd eat regular. Like I remember one time I was with Brody, and we went to Blaze Pizza, which is just like a brick oven pizza. But I went there, and I'm pretty sure I got like 3 boxes of pizza, which if you guys don't know Blaze, they are kind of smaller size pizzas. Like I don't know like the exact inches, but like it is a pretty small pizza if you look at it. But I got 3 of them, and I ate all 3 before Brody could eat one. And like like back in like 11th grade, and even like early 12th grade for me, like I was just fat. But like my metabolism was so good that you couldn't really see it. Like I was like going back to that Blaze Pizza thing with Brody. Like Brody was like a whole 40 pounds heavier than me, and he ate probably like 1,500 calories less than me. Now, then again, I could be completely wrong with how many calories he had or eats or ate then, and how many calories I ate. But it he definitely did more work than I did in terms of like cardio and training, and I ate more food and did less training. So, you would think that he would be the lighter one, but no. So, I don't know what's going on, but I'm a little like I'm worried that I'm not gonna be able to eat all the food that I have like when I have my bulk ready. But we'll see. Like I've been saying this for pretty much everything that I have coming up, but I'll keep you guys updated. You guys will know. Anyways, I'm gonna get the first working set out of the way. We got 230 on the machine. We'll just do as many as I can, and then we'll just max it out. All right. Man, I feel like this could just be just because my legs are just more fatigued in general. But like, I could do a lot less than normal compared to like when I was doing my 5 days all body. I think just the amount of volume on my legs in general is kind of fatiguing me a little bit. And also, I'd usually hit my leg stuff first, which, like this, it's like one of my last exercises of the day. So it's probably a bit of both of that. But like, I don't know. I feel like I've been just out of it today, which I couldn't really attest it to anything. I guess like this morning I woke up like extra late, which one thing I will say, I know I've recently been really trying to avoid bringing up my roommate. But one thing I'm really happy that he's done recently is either he started skipping his 8 a.m. class, or he just got rid of the alarms in general, because those alarms don't play anymore. And I've been stoked. I've actually been getting a good amount of sleep. But also, like I said today, I fucked up. Oh, I got one more. Yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, like this morning I woke up hella late. I mean, I still made it on time to my class because usually I'd wake up 2 hours before my first class. This time I only woke up an hour before my class. But we made it on time, which, to the people who watched the video yesterday, if you watched to the end, you guys know I had a test today, which I did the test, if you can't tell. The video I think or not the video, the test I think went well. Like, compared to how much I studied, which wasn't a whole lot, as I was planning to spend my morning kind of just studying, which I kind of had to cut short. But the amount of studying I did do, which is probably like 10, 15 minutes, I wasn't super excited to go into the test. But luckily, the professor gave us a little cheat sheet for some of the equations, and a lot of it was multiple choice. So I was kind of able to crunch it down. But it did take me the whole class to do the test, which it is only an hour class, but like, I don't think it's ever taken me an entire period to do one test since like 7th grade. Usually I'm like, especially with some of those shorter classes, usually I'm done in like 20 minutes. And I'm getting like 90s on them. But like I said, it took me a whole period. And then I went to go get my kind of my lunch, but it's more just like a breakfast. Let me move up the weight. But yeah, I got my breakfast, and I was late to my writing seminar. So I was like, so I've been out of it a little bit today, but I'm gonna finish off this set. We got people waiting, so I'm not trying to take up too much of their time. We got 250 on the machine, doing as many as I can, and then we'll turn back on the camera when I got the next exercise ready. Okay, that's it for this. I'll turn back on the camera when I got another exercise ready, and I'll see you guys then. All right, Wolfpack, we got the last recorded lift of the day. We got ab crunches, just machine ab crunches. So, like I said in the last lift, this is usually one of the lighter exercises. So, we're gonna, you guys will see pretty quickly, and I'm gonna max it out, and it'll be light. Not super worried about it. Normally, like the first week of me doing this stuff, I was doing it more on the cable just because it felt I figured it would probably be better. Couldn't really tell you what my thought process was, but I didn't really find it super enjoyable. And so I switched it up to just the machine crunch. I think this is the only one here though, so sometimes it's kind of a pain to get it. So if I ever have to, I'll switch back to it. But luckily, since it's so late in the day, there's barely anybody here. So it's open for now. But right now we got 85 on the machine. We'll just do however many I feel like, and then we'll go from there. I feel like it's going to be a weird camera angle. Okay. But yeah, this maxes out at 170 if we include the increment weight. So just go for that for the 2 failure sets. You know. But you guys will see that I kind of struggle to get the failure on these ones because I don't really know where it is. You know, I'm not really trying to do like 20 reps to get the failure, which I'll be honest, I don't think I'm going to be doing 20 reps. If I were to go to like, if I knew where failure was, I don't think it'd be 20 reps. My guess is, I don't know, probably 12. A good 12 before I get it, before I'm done. But, you know, depending on how I feel about this video, I don't know how much I'll be filming just this crunch in particular. I feel like it's kind of weird, a little bit disorienting, just seeing me go up and down. I don't know. But, hopefully you guys have been enjoying the recent videos. I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of the past couple of videos, especially yesterday's video. I felt like I could have done a lot more in terms of quality, you know, maybe put a little bit more effort in. But, you know, as I've been saying, basically, like, every day at this point, or not every day, but like pretty often. If you guys have any issues with the videos, any critiques that you think I should, you know, improve upon, leave it down in the comments. And if you have any opinions that you'd want me to talk about, leave it down in the comments, you know. Like I said, you know, chances are me and you probably have somewhat similar interests because you probably wouldn't be watching me if we didn't have similar interests. So, uh, if you want to hear my opinion, leave it down. And oh, actually, one thing I could talk about yesterday's video. If you guys watched 30 seconds of the video, you guys will know that there's a sponsored segment in the first 30 seconds. I never got paid, so I'm no longer going back to that sponsor. But it's all right. That was, at the end of the day, that was more of a joke more than anything. Like I was talking with a guy prior to the recording, and like me and him kind of both agreed that it'd be a really funny idea that he were to get sponsored, and then I was thinking about just like shit talking him the entire time, like I really wanted to just call him like a loser and all that. But I was like, I feel like I'm kind of overplaying it at this point, or at that point. But yeah, never got paid. So, to any up and coming creators that get a sponsor from that guy, don't do it. You won't get paid. But it's fine. I think I said this a while back ago, but like I really need more hobbies or something else to do. Like recently, the only enjoyable things that I do in the day is play Subnautica and go to the gym. Like I really need to do some other stuff. Like I know I asked my mom to get me a bunch of books to read. Like I got like a set from Friedrich Nietzsche, a lot of philosophy books, but we got Friedrich Nietzsche, Ayn Rand, which I actually don't know much about Ayn Rand besides that she's Russian, or I don't know if she's alive or not, but she's Russian, supposedly like a conservative person, and thinks that everybody should be as selfish as possible. And that really intrigued me, so I asked my mom to buy a couple of her books. But I got Nietzsche, I got the one Kafka book where like supposedly he turns into a bug, which I just saw like a little video essay on it, and I figured I'd read it. And I want to say there's another one, but I couldn't tell you if there is or not. Or, well, I couldn't tell you the name of it. But, like, besides that, like, I need some winter hobbies. Because, like, I have golf in the summer. Like, I love golfing. You guys will eventually see golf videos. But, like, golf's expensive. And it's only a seasonal thing. Like, I'm not playing golf in the middle of winter. So I need a winter activity. Like, I mean, I feel like winter activities in general will be a little hard because I'm not someone who likes to go ice skating or anything like that. So I don't know, but we'll see. I'll figure probably something out by next winter. But I'm gonna get into the first working set here. We got 170 on the machine. I'll try to go to failure. Like I said, pretty much every part of this video today, I don't really know where failure is. So if I stop early and I feel like I could have gone more, I'll let you guys know. But we'll see. I definitely could have done more there. I feel like I just kind of got to get used to like like the pain, I guess. It's not really pain, but like, I guess just kind of more just the strain on my abs. And I think that's kind of the reason I've been kind of cutting them short for all my exercises that I've been doing that are different. It's just my body's not fully adjusted to all these new movements, which I feel like just makes it a little bit more painful. In terms of just fatigue, I guess, like if I'm sore the next day, like I haven't been sore at all. Or well, the first lower day, like after that I was sore, but besides that I haven't been sore at all. But I've also been someone who rarely gets sore after going to the gym. Like I think usually only the first week of every new split that I do, I'm sore for probably 2 days max. Like I remember the first time I ever went to the gym, I was only sore 2 days. And then my body was basically used to lifting at that point, which I feel like is a lot quicker than most people. I feel like in general I've had a pretty quick recovery time. You know, maybe it doesn't seem like it from these videos, but if I wasn't kind of focused on at least talking a little bit, I'd say my recovery time per exercise is probably a minute, 2 minutes, and I'm usually pretty good after that. But yeah, like really just my recovery in general, I feel like it's a lot faster than most people, which maybe I could just be way wrong. You know, if anybody wants to be like, oh, you're out of your mind if you think your recovery's quicker than other people's, leave your stance on that if you want to. But like I said, I just someone who kind of recovers really quickly, which in a sense I feel like the 5 days a week all body was honestly like a good thing for me, because I was never really sore. But then again, I know soreness isn't like 1-to-1 for muscle growth. Like maybe I was overtraining myself during the 6 months that I did my 5 days a week all body, which you guys only saw like 2 months of it, but I was doing it for about 6. But like prior to that, I was doing push-pull legs, which that's just an easy split in general. And legs, when I started going with the second gym bro, which you guys don't know, but when I started going with him, we low-key skipped it. Because, we low-key just skipped it. I'm not going to make any excuses. But, since I've kind of gone solo, one thing I will say is that I feel like my training in general has just changed a lot since going solo. Like, I feel like I'm definitely a lot more focused on the workout. I mean, you guys could see it a little bit from if you watch like the videos where I'm with Brody, and now in the videos here, like you guys could see I'm a lot more focused in on the workout. It's probably just because I'm by myself, and I know I have no one to talk to here. But but besides that, like I'm more focused on pushing myself harder. I'm the one running my workouts. Like usually when I'm with my other people, I'll just let them do what they want to do, because I know the workouts I do they don't want to do. Like Brody, he's low-key just a hater on everything I do. But it's like tough love. And then the other gym bro, like he just flat out told me that the one day we went since we came back from college, He told me he doesn't want to do what I do. So I was like, all right. So usually, usually now I just let people do what they want to do. Like it's not. I know I'm kind of like, I guess I'm being a hypocrite in a little bit because early in the video I was saying how I wanted to skip, but like, you know, I could be closer if I didn't skip. But like, I'm still training at the end of the day. Like, at the worst comes to worst, I just like adjust. You know, maybe I only do one hamstring set when normally I do 4 a week. So I'll just do 3 the next time I hit hamstrings. Or same goes for chest. If I hit one chest, very unlikely. But if I only hit one chest exercise or one chest working set, I'll do 4 others and I'll still be good. Like, I think one thing I will say is I think a lot of people are a little focused too much on the split itself and don't really think about how much they're training themselves, which in a sense I also kind of think that way. But like I have a justifiable reason, which is just that I kind of want to hit all my muscles equally, which is why I do 2 exercises per muscle group, and usually the 2 working sets are taken close to or to failure. So, like, I have a justifiable reason, but I think most people aren't really thinking like the amount of exercises they're doing per muscle group and the amount of sets they're doing per muscle group. And people kind of like when they think of splits, they're like, oh, it's optimal or something like that. But your split really doesn't matter at the end of the day, as long as you're hitting like the amount of exercises that you want to hit in a week, and you know you're doing it at least twice a week, or well, you're splitting up your sets per week into at least 2 days out of the week. Like, you're gonna be fine, you know. And if you're struggling to make a workout split, just have like set goals for the amount of sets you want to hit per each muscle group, and then just track how you do it week to week, and eventually you'll get into a groove, and then you don't need to track it. Or at least that's how I go. I can't say that's for everybody. But yeah, I think a lot of people put too much emphasis on the split in general. And even back in the day, I was someone who kind of put a little bit of emphasis on the split, which is why I've kind of jumped split to split. But really, at the end of the day, the best split is the one that you enjoy the most and you're hitting a good amount of frequency on, which, like I said, at least two times per week you hit that muscle group, and you split up the sets however way you want to. But that's my take. It's a pretty lukewarm take in the science-based community, I'm pretty sure. Bro community, I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna finish this last set out, and then we'll go from there. Similar to last set, we got 170 on the machine. I think I did 10 last set, and I felt like I could have done more. So my guess is still 12 for what I could do. But you know, I'm gonna try and get 14 at least. We'll see how that goes. I'm gonna count these out. All right. definitely got closer to failure there. I think I did like 17, 18. Which, like I said, I don't really like to go too high. Maybe I get a gym pin. I don't know how easy it'd be to gym pin on this. They low key. This is one of the machines where it's a little bit more restricted. I'm not sure if you guys could see it. That's Life Fitness. It makes it a little bit difficult. But maybe I get a gym pin so I can, do a little bit of weight overload rather than rep progressive overload. But that's the end of the video today. If you enjoyed, as per usual, like, subscribe, share it with your favorite friends and coworkers, as I need to get out there. If you want to follow me on other platforms, there will be a link tree in the description. If you have any opinions you want me to talk about, leave it down in the comments. Or if you have any critiques, leave it down in the comments. Make sure you do your laundry. And I'll see you guys Monday.